Introducing DSG's 5MT podcast, where we draw inspiration from the annual 3-minute thesis or 3MT competition for PhD candidates, challenging them to explain complex research in 3 minutes or less. In each 5-minute episode, we'll dive into a marketing topic, giving you actionable information in a fast-moving and fun format. Tune in for quick, valuable marketing insights on the 5MT podcast by your DSG marketing team. Hey, Paige, how's it going?
Hi, I'm fabulous. How are you guys?
I'm doing good. I got one little update, and
Okay.
Jack, I'll kick this over to you in a second. But this will be month 2 of me eating completely vegetarian.
Oh, nice.
At the time of this
Oh my
recording.
gosh, you should be so proud of yourself.
You know,
That's great.
I am. It's a good switch, and I recommend it for anybody that's looking for a change,
Yeah.
looking for a little health in the new year or something different.
Yeah.
Just something
Do you
different. to
find
shake
that
it
your
up.
energy's up? Like what changes have you experienced?
Can I tell you the truth? I have no difference in my energy, and I blame it
Oh.
on the 2.5-year-old.
Oh, well, God.
But that's it.
Like preaching to the choir.
But it's
here.
not the
Yeah.
veggies' fault, and it's not the nut lack of meat fault. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's great, guys.
How about you, Paige? What's going on with your dietary world?
So I have decided that I need to eat 3 Reese's peanut butter cups a day.
Okay. Yeah.
And you know what? I look forward to it every day.
It's like a reward.
Yes. And they're not like, so I'm going to tell you like my preference because of course I have one. So it's not like the thick, normal sized peanut butter cups. It's the thins. And I'm finding the chocolate to peanut butter ratio excellent.
Excellent.
For my
So
palate. So
You've basically, I know you're a notorious York peppermint patty fan.
I love
You've
York
figured
peppermint
out
patty.
how to make peanut butter cups into the size and dimensions
Yes.
of a York peppermint patty.
Yes.
I get
So
it.
I really have enjoyed that.
Impressive.
I also have been drinking less, and
Good
that
for
feels
you.
really good. And I
That's
have a lot more energy because
Good.
of it.
It's a good thing. You
Yeah.
know, it's a
Yeah.
good thing.
Yeah, but the peanut butter cups, I would definitely recommend it.
Awesome. Very cool. Very cool.
Oh, okay. So, Jack, what's our question?
Our question for today's episode is, what is a QR code? How do I create one? And how can I use it in as a marketing tool?
So, okay. So
That's you.
Paige, all right. My I'll take the first part of this, Jack.
Yeah,
and
I think that,
I will kind of give you a simple history lesson on the QR code and how to create one. And I think the bulk of this 5-minute thesis will be Paige actually telling you the marketing world, you the 5MT audience, how this thing is applicable to today's marketing world. So the code was created as some kind of almost like a UPC code or a barcode, however you want to say it, as some identifier that could be uniquely added to a product digitally sometime in the mid-90s, around that time. So it's been around a long time. It has both seen huge acceptance and then a huge decline. But certainly with the onset of the pandemic, it had kind of a renaissance. And I know Paige will probably touch a little bit on that and how it has just kind of overtaken the advertising world, the digital advertising space. For, I think, just to say what it is, you've seen them. It is literally a box with a bunch of splotches. It
white.
looks like a Rorschach test. You can not only decide if you're crazy, but
Yeah.
you can scan it with your phone, and it can take you to a designated web page. So it can be very valuable. It turns something that's flat or non-dynamic, like a print ad, into something that's dynamic, like a web page where you can sign up for something, redeem something. So there's many different uses, but I will let Paige get into that part. The creating of a QR code is probably the most simple thing you could do for yourself as a small business. You just Google it. And I don't want to give Google a plug here. Whatever you use, DuckDuckGo, whatever search engine you want to use. I'm sure there's a video on it. I'm sure there is a TikTok video on how to create it. Just Google that, search for it. You'll find several websites that do it for free. You plug in your destination URL or web page that you want to go to. press go, and it spits you out a QR code, and you are able to download it for free. So again, great value.
Yes.
We'll get that
Super
across.
great value.
Very easy to do, and we'll provide some links and examples on how to do that. But it's become again a renaissance for the QR code.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Thanks. That's awesome, Mike. Thank you. Thanks for the setup, man. All right. So think about the QR code similar to your phone number, similar to your URL, on ways that an audience can get a hold of you and understand your brand. And I mean, what Mike said, you literally can take a physical piece of print, like a business card, and utilize your phone's camera to be directed to, for example, a LinkedIn page, which we have on our business cards, or perhaps it's wanting to share your business's contact information. If you're a plumbing service, I'll bring up that example again on how to schedule an appointment. It's another way that your audience can see your business and contact you. There's a multitude of ways in which you can use it. I think wherever you find an ad or wherever you create an ad, especially a display ad or a print piece, you can place a QR code.
Yes.
I think you do need to consider the user flow or your customer's journey to get to your final destination. So let's say that final destination is a form fill. You have a dropped off print piece that you have in which you have a phone number or a URL and a QR code. If the intent of that user is to click on or scan that QR code, and then they'll be directed to the form fill in which they can contact you and set up an appointment. That's just a pretty easy way of thinking about the user journey. So I mentioned you could put QR codes on your business cards. You can put it on any print piece. You could also put it on any digital asset as well. But I think just keep in mind that this is just another way to encourage a user. I think a really forward way and encouraging a user to go to your site.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have some stats to share.
Okay.
So in the increase for marketers that use QR codes has been over 247% since 2021.
Wow.
So it's pretty prominent now as a marketing tool.
The price is right. It's why not?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And then just to think about your audience, I think 98% of iPhone users are comfortable knowing how to scan a QR code. And then just some demographic stats is 30 to 44-year-olds, 48% have scanned one within the last year.
Nice.
And then 54%, a little bit higher, for young adults, which are considered 18 to 29.
Wow.
And now the post game with Jackie M.
So Jackie, how did we do?
All right, Mike. So we're on an episode. We're talking about QR codes. So I did decide to throw a flag on you on UPC code. Can you explain to our audience? Maybe they might know.
that?
Yeah, I don't hear that one as much.
Okay. So
Only you would use that term.
Well, So I tried to clean it up. Everybody kind of knows the common term for it, or it's more commonly used, which is barcode. If you flip over anything that you need to scan in a supermarket or product packaging, you'll see a barcode on it usually. What UPC stands for, the technical term is a UPC, but it is actually a universal product code. And it can be assigned and generated in just the way that it can be scanned and put in an inventory system. So it's a common POS product that everybody typically uses. It's one of the most common things in consumer packaging.
Mike, what does QR mean? Quick response.
Oh, I like that.
I think.
Is it?
Yeah. Stands for quick response.
Quick response.
Quick response code.
Very
And
cool.
I think that's a great description of it because it is like,
Yeah.
hey, I really want this product. Oh, easy. I'm going to just scan it with my phone and go to the
I'm
site.
going to start calling them drive-through codes. Yeah, quick response.
I would like a side of Chick-fil-A with that. Thank you so much for tuning in to DSG's 5MT podcast. I'd love to thank my co-host, Mike Gatos.
Truly my pleasure. And I would like to give a big thank you to our producer, Jack Marinello.
If you enjoyed this podcast, like and subscribe to 5MT. Have a question? Leave a comment. Tune in next time.
Happy marketing.